Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. Signaling the beginning of the episode was Wolfie barking and the sound of chickens swimming in the ocean, because that is what they do in real life, don't you know? Get out of here, random dirt, you are unwanted. But yeah, let's get on with it. Right away here. Which way is west? That's the sun rising, so west is this way. I think I have a boat. I do. But yeah, we're here, and I'm happy to report that we're up to 15% of our Child's Play charity fundraiser over at farlandsorbust.com. $4,622.64 so far has been raised, and that is this season of Far Lands or Bust. The previous season, we raised $11,739. So, let me do the math really quick. $16,000 has been raised for Child's Play charity on behalf of, that's probably wrong, on behalf of Far Lands or Bust, and that's amazing, and it still overwhelms me the amount of generosity you guys have shown, and I would encourage you to keep going to farlandsorbust.com and using the chip-in widget to donate, and as always, Child's Play charity gets toys, books, and games into the hands of kids in children's hospitals around the world. If you want to learn more about Child's Play charity, you can go to childsplaycharity.org. Isn't that right, Wolfie? He never barks when I want him to, but... Indeed. But yeah, we're continuing on here. I also want to quickly thank Craig and Raphael for their personal chip-ins to the... Not chip-ins, personal gratuities to the Far Lands or Bust the chip jar and the tip jar. I use that jar... interchangeably. I sometimes put chips and dip in it, and then otherwise I take tips. So either way you want to use it, that's fine. But yeah, thanks for that. Helping the channel grow and continue to expand. Speaking of expanding, I want to also thank... I know in the last episode I mentioned the artist who made all of the intro art for the Mindcrack Ultra Hardcore. I should have asked her, how do you pronounce your username? Sixilona? Check her out on YouTube. She puts a lot of art, time-lapse stuff. Is Wolfie hanging out with the squids? Wolfie hanging out with the squids. Whoop, now he's up here. But yeah, she has a YouTube channel where she uploads a lot of time-lapse stuff where she's drawing, but just a few days ago she did a specific Far Lands or Bust fan art, which I will put on the screen right now. And it's amazing. It's like a cartoonish, kind of like little kid drawing of myself and Wolfie in Far Lands or Bust. And she's going to allow me to put that on a t-shirt, so look forward to that in the coming week. And I just really want to thank... Oh, sorry, Wolfie. Sorry, Wolfie. He just took 2 hearts away from me. Thanks a lot. Good grief. So yeah, I want to thank Sixilona. Is that how you say it? Anyway, for that hard work, and yeah, look forward to that. And she's a longtime fan of Far Lands or Bust, so I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Very talented artist. Far better at drawing than I ever was or ever could be, I think. So yeah, look forward to that. And what else is going up? I have a new space engine video up. It's actually... I'm not sure when this Far Lands or Bust is going to happen. Probably Tuesday. Dang it, Wolfie. So I have a new space engine video up, and if you haven't seen that, go check it out. I'll put an annotation right now over this video. But Space Engine is kind of a cool 3D space simulator software for, checking out different astronomy things and stuff, and I took a little tour on that. And that was actually the second time I recorded that video, because the first time I recorded it and rendered it and uploaded it to YouTube, and I mentioned this, but YouTube refused to render it at 1280 or 1080p, and I'm like, what the hell? That took all this extra time to record it and then render it at that high quality, and it just refused. It was also the same time that YouTube refused to render my second episode of the Mindcrack at 720p. It just stuck at 480. So I don't know what the heck was up with that. So I tried again. And this time it finally did it at 1080p, so if your bandwidth and your screen size allows you to, I would recommend you watch that Space Engine video at full screen at full HD to get the full immersive universe experience. But yeah, those are really fun to do and I hope you guys enjoy those. It's kind of it's like I said, the whole astronomy aspect I think is a little bit unique for my channel, so look forward to more stuff like that as time goes on. And I've been getting a few questions. It's now been a couple weeks since I built my new computer, and a lot of you were kind of like, hey, you said once you built your new computer you'd be able to record and render more videos more frequently and upload them, but if anything, it's only been one video a day for the last couple weeks. And I realize this, and I'm as upset and concerned about it as you are. But it's taken still a lot of time to kind of get up to speed with this new computer, to iron out all the kinks and try to figure out if I need new programs or if to get my settings back. Like the problem with the snarky yellow text. I didn't have the font. That's one thing I always forget when I bring up a new computer or I build a new computer. I forget to bring over the fonts from my old computer. So snarky yellow text is back in Helvetica. Hooray, huzzah, and etc. But indeed. But yeah, there's little things like that keep slowing me down. But I promise that's going to be happening soon. I still have a lot of old footage that I recorded on the old computer that I still have to go through, let alone all the ultra hardcore footage. But the Two Girls One Minecraft, the Pharaoh's Curse thing. How are you doing on health, Wolfie? He's actually pretty good. So many sticks. Here, let's just... Hey. Oh, yep, I guess you're full. Oh, I guess I just ate that. Well, I'm back up to only half a heart. But yeah, I got that all to go through. I've got... I am going to get back into Driver San Francisco. I've got to get back into Castaway, which I was planning on building a whole system to defend the villagers before I depart them in search of other areas on that map. I'm thinking I'd like to do that as a live stream, because I haven't even touched that yet. I haven't been back in Castaway since the end of the last episode. So I'd like to do that maybe as a live stream, where I'm just hanging out and trying to build up the defenses for the villagers and maybe make an iron golem or something like that. So keep an eye on my Twitter account, KurtJMac, or the Farlands or Bust Facebook fan page, where I would be posting anything about a last-minute or sudden live stream thing. Because that's another thing, another benefit of having this newer computer with the better processor is the ability to do live streams that aren't 3 frames a second. So look forward to that. The Mindcrack server, the actual server, I'd like to get back into. I haven't been back yet. I'd like to get back there I'd like to do like a recap of the Ultra Hardcore series, but I want to wait until the series is all up, and I personally would like to see everybody else's perspectives on that before I start commenting on it, because there's a lot to see, and certain ways certain people act or react to situations is always dependent on what situation they're in, and I could make comments right now, but without knowing what was going on in their heads at the time, I don't feel like I got the whole picture. So I'm going to wait until the entire Mindcrack Ultra Hardcore series is up. For this is season 3. And like I said, the first 2 seasons were recorded by just the 4 guys, Good, Beef, Paws, and Bash, where they were cooperative. So if you haven't checked out the first couple seasons to see where this all originated from, check those out. So I'll be getting back to that. And of course, Kerbal Space Program. I still haven't landed on the frickin' moon on Kerbal Space Program. So I'll be definitely getting back to Kerbal Space Program. So yeah, I apologize, it's been taking a while, but I was using Windows XP for the past 10 years up until last week, so give me a break on that, and just getting all my software and stuff up to speed. And I got kind of delayed by that whole YouTube thing, not processing my videos in HD. I thought I was doing something wrong, but it apparently resolved itself, because that Space Engine video is now 1080p. So, indeed, a sigh of relief was had by all in the Farlands or Busts offices. And by all, I mean myself by myself. foreveralone.jpg. But, yeah, the sun's going down, so I do have a bed, I've got a bunch of dirt, carrying around a bunch of cobble, don't need you. It's kind of ooh, snow. We haven't seen snow in a while, have we? do this, and boop, boop, boop. Woof indeed, Wolfie, woof indeed. The bed, and the single torch. It's rather pointless sometimes, but there we go. There's the moon rising, the far render distance rendering. So let's go to sleep. And awakeness. And what the heck, let's start answering more questions. Yes, the user questions, which you can ask in the comments below. I also can take questions if you like send me a message on YouTube or on Facebook or Twitter, but I tend to get a lot of messages that way, so I'll forget them easier. So if you want your question to be seen by me and to be considered for a future Far Lands or Bust episode, it's best to ask them in the comments of a Far Lands or Bust episode. But I have a multi-part question here from Flow of the Imagination. The first question he or she, I don't know, have you ever met any other LPers like Good or BOO and Venom offline? And if not, would I be planning on doing that? No, I have not. I didn't go to Minecon. For those of you who are new to my channel, I did not go to Minecon. I do not have a cape, as is evidenced by this. No cape. Well, I guess you can't see. I don't have the F5 thing either because I'm on an older version of Minecraft. But yeah, I didn't go to Minecon. I was considering it for a long time, but it came down to the fact that it was much more important for me to build a new computer and save my money than going to Vegas. And I think I made the right decision there. But yeah, that would have been cool. But I don't know, maybe. And I know they're planning on, or at least the rumor is, and what they've tweeted is, oh, that doesn't do anything. Notch was saying that the next Minecon or MojangCon would be happening in Europe. So I don't know if I'd be going to that next, but yeah, that would be something cool. Certainly, those are all cool guys and people to meet. But yeah, that hasn't happened, and if the opportunity were to come up, I certainly would jump at the opportunity, despite my predisposition to be quite shy and introverted. I feel like I know these people already, and now that I'm getting into more of the co-op stuff and getting to know the people on the Mindcrack server, and now starting to get into the Race for Wool stuff with people like Brian and Schism LP and Gleason. Thank you, Wolfie. Keep on doing that. Good grief. So yeah, that would be something I'd look forward to doing and whatever. But his next question in his multi-part comment is: Has I ever taken English lessons? No. Have you ever taken a personality type test? And that's the I should have looked this up, but it's the Higgs boson, the Miggs-Breyer test, or whatever the hell it's called, isn't it? Where then you take a bunch of series of questions, and then it gives you like, you are, and it gives like 4 letters, a KGBS or something like, ooh, spooky noises, and it like is supposed to like encapsulate your personality type as like an introverted, shy person who gets work done best on their own or something like that. You know what? That was going around for a while, and I remember Dodger from Press Hard to Continue or Dexterity Bonus or blog channel. She did that, and she was talking about it, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll check it out to see what it's about. And I went to one of the websites where you can find out your personality type, and I saw it was like 80 questions. And I looked at that, and I'm like, nuts to that. So I guess my personality type is someone who doesn't want to waste their time answering a bunch of questions all afternoon, only to find out what I already know. So no, I haven't taken any of those personality question type test quiz things. I just don't have the patience for that. Woof, indeed. Yeah, and I don't know how much I believe in those things. It almost borders on the line of horoscopes, and I'm sure there's some science behind it. I know it like asks multiple questions different ways to get like the proper answer and blah 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 blah, but it almost seems a little bit like hokum to me, to be honest. I mean, you can't Woof, indeed. Wolfie agrees. Wolfie agrees. It's got the Wolfie seal of approval. But you can't, to me, you can't just encapsulate a person's personality in like 3 letters. You're this, this, and this. The end. That's the end of you. That's all you need to know. You know. So I don't know. I've never, like I said, had the patience to. I'm sure you all could guess what I am, based on what I've already told you. But yeah, never done that. Sorry to disappoint you if you were looking forward to comparing your notes with mine after you take the quiz yourself. Indeed. And the last part of his question, he asked, if you were a Time Lord, who's to say I'm not a Time Lord? Mwahaha. An evil Time Lord, apparently, based on the laugh I just had. If you were a Time Lord, what time period would you visit? Perhaps that would just be encompassed as if you were a time traveler. I don't know. Apparently puberty, because my voice just cracked. But yeah, I don't know. I suppose I'd want to go into the future to see how things... Wolfie? Oh, there's Wolfie. I'd want to go into the future to see different scientific developments, or to make sure that we haven't completely destroyed our planets or ourselves or something like that. That would be cool. There isn't like much of a historical time period I'm a huge fan of or anything. It's not, some people want to go back to the Renaissance or meet this artist or... Oh god, Wolfie, why are you pushing me down here? Oh, he's gonna go for a ride. Whee! It's the log ride at Six Flags. So yeah, I don't have a particular... Ooh. I don't know, that's a difficult question. I don't have a particular answer for that, I guess. I don't know. Can't tell you. I mean, if you're looking at Time Lord, I'd want to visit like another planet or another planet with life on it to check out what they're all about and what their culture and science and, what the hell does their music sound like? It can't be anything like ours. They developed completely independently. So I suppose that I would be more interested in doing that than, say, traveling to a different period of time in Earth's history. Woof. Indeed. Get some broken up islands here in Minecraft. So yeah, thanks for those questions. Flow of the imagination. Chibsification asks, when you were younger, what did you want to be and why? I don't know, I was one of those kids who changed their mind every week. I'm sure everybody was one of those kids who changed their mind every week, but, for a while there I wanted to be a baseball player. I was really into baseball for some reason. I wanted to be a writer, which I suppose could have happened. I know even through college. Ooh, let's see what happens here. Whee! Down to the depths. Sand block. Wanted to be a writer. I enjoyed writing short stories and things like that. I wanted to go into the Air Force at one point, or become a pilot. I remember, it's one of those little memories that I have. Back in the late 90s, was it? I should look this up. When the, what was it? It was the Sojourner spacecraft landed on Mars, and the first little rover that they had, just went a couple feet or whatever. I remember watching that live on TV. This was before the internet, before, there was NASA TV on the internet that you could watch. I was watching it live on TV, the landing that they were having, and the successful landing and the deployment of the rover and things. And I remember them always saying, I was in middle school maybe. That was the mid-90s. I gotta look up, when the hell was that? And I remember them saying, this is a first step, and by 2020 or so, we should be, sending the first humans to Mars. And I'm like, 2020, I'll be, my mid to late 30s, and that's, the average, pretty much a good age for an astronaut. That's how old the astronauts were when they went to the moon and stuff like that. And so I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. I should start to think about, I'm in middle school, if I start doing stuff right now, I could maybe achieve that goal. And, that was one of the reasons I wanted to go into the Air Force, is a lot of Air Force pilots end up becoming, well, not a lot, but, a lot of astronauts, I should say, reverse order, a lot of astronauts were Air Force or Navy pilots or have, pilot training, obviously, for obvious reasons. But I remember that kind of stuck out in my head. But like I've mentioned before, high school came along and kind of messed me up royally. Kind of just, it takes, priorities change in your head, and that kind of left. And of course, then there was the whole, obviously priorities changed with our space program, and it no longer became go to Mars by 2020. It became let's go to the moon, and now even that isn't even going to be a possibility anymore, it seems, due to budgets and wars and this and that and whatever, and tragedies that happen, like Columbia and stuff like that, the Columbia space shuttle. So yeah, that was kind of, and that I guess is proof in the pudding right there that when you do have, these space, if you fund your space program, like Neil deGrasse Tyson was going around to Congress all of last couple weeks and saying, we need to fund our space program because it invigorates the next generation of explorers and scientists, and that right there for me, I don't know, maybe if there was a little bit more optimistic and more advanced of a space program, maybe I would have stayed on that track and said, yeah, I am going to be an astronaut or become a scientist. Maybe I wouldn't have become an astronaut, but maybe I would have gone into the engineering or planetary sciences and, maybe supported a mission like that or something like that. But yeah, that was, I guess, of all of my career, dreams as a kid, that was the one that kind of, at least now in hindsight, kind of sticks out the most. But yeah, thanks. That was a pretty good question. I was able to get a lot of good chat time out of that there, chibsification. So thanks for that, and you can keep asking questions in the comments below. But it's already the end of this episode. How do I end these episodes? I always forget my outro. Let me plunk down the bed, and I can remind you guys once again to head over to farlandsrobust.com to keep contributing to our Child's Play charity fundraiser. Like I said, we're at 15%. We'll reach 20%. I'll have another thank you video, and we'll keep on going towards our ultimate goal of $29,220. I really appreciate it. And what should I do here? I should get rid of these miscellaneous sticks because I have to picking up snowballs and crap. Let me make a boat while I'm at it just to save time tomorrow, the next episode. Do that. I gotta get rid of it. Got all this junk. Wolfie agrees. He is a declutterer. That and that. Okay, I think I'm okay now. But yeah, I reminded you to do that, and I'll remind you to let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like if you like this video, and subscribe if you're not already. But until next time, my name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you. Woof. Dang it, I was going to end it like that, but I missed the bed. Woof. I will see you next time.